So I think Squidward is the only carcass the neighbors have ever called about, and to be fair, she does look very dead. But rest assured, we have many, many, many more carcasses here at Carcass Acres.
Sclerosis, and over the next 4 years his health declined even more. This was to such an extent that in 1979, at the age of just 37 years old, and now a gunnery sergeant, he was forced to retire just 55 days short of 20 years of service due to medical grounds. Civilian life was not at first an easy thing for Carlos to adapt to. He suffered from depression and his marriage nearly failed because of it. But eventually he worked his way through it, taking up shark fishing, which provided him the challenge he needed to keep himself focused. He also became an instructor to various police departments and U.S. Special Forces, teaching the finer points of sniping to a new generation of sharpshooters. Sadly, the multiple sclerosis would eventually claim his life in 1999. He was just 56 at the time of his death. His son would follow in his footsteps by joining the U.S. Marines. Carlos had a special high-grade variant of the M21 semi-automatic sniper rifle named after him. The manufacturer's Springfield Armory named it the M25 White Feather Tactical Rifle in his honor. Carlos's original military-issue sniper rifle can be seen at the Marine Corps Sniper Museum in Quantico, Virginia, where it's currently on display. As a souvenir and tagged it, although he would never see it again. At times, Carlos had to make difficult decisions. One of his shots, 1,500 yards away from a hilltop, was on a 12-year-old Viet Cong guerrilla who was transporting weapons and ammunition on a bicycle to an enemy patrol. He didn't want to kill men and certainly not children, but he realized if action wasn't taken, that the guns would be used on his fellow Marines. He gently pushed his thumbs on the .50 cal's trigger, firing a shot at the front wheel of the bicycle, sending the boy somersaulting over the handlebars. The warning shot didn't make the boy run away as planned. When he picked up an AK-47 and began firing at the hill, Carlos dropped him dead with one well-aimed shot. This situation would go on to haunt him forever. Carlos volunteered for a mission just days before the end of his first deployment. This mission was to eliminate a North Vietnamese general in his own headquarters, deep in the forest. He had to do it at a close range of 800 yards or less, and he was to do it alone without a spotter. This was the mission where he removed his white feather out of his hat. Carlos put vegetation in his buttonholes and straps and covered his skin in camouflage paint to match the surroundings. As the general emerged from the plantation house and walked towards his car, Carlos held his breath and squeezed the trigger, killing the general with a shot to the chest. No one had seen the muzzle flash, and no patrols came after him. Carlos would eventually be credited with an official confirmed total of 93 sniper kills. But the true total was probably several hundreds more, as the system for acknowledging confirmed kills was stringent in the extreme, as it required an officer and a spotter to be present when the kill was made. In 1969, his frontline combat career came to an abrupt end when the LVT-5 amphibious armored fighting vehicle he was in struck a mine as it traveled on a highway near his Marine base. The vehicle became engulfed in flames, but despite this, Carlos courageously went about rescuing several fellow Marines from the inferno. Even though there was the danger of the vehicle's ammunition exploding at any moment, Carlos suffered severe burns to his body as he did so. In a critical state, he was medevaced by helicopter to a nearby hospital ship. Once his condition had stabilized, he was sent to a naval hospital in Tokyo, Japan. Later, he was flown back to America for specialist treatment at a burns hospital in San Antonio, Texas. He received the Purple Heart Medal for being wounded in action that day, but it was not until 30 years later that his bravery was recognized, and he was awarded the Silver Star for his gallantry. It took him several months to recover from his burns. Once he had returned to active service, he stayed in the United States, spending the next few years helping establish the Marine Corps Sniper School in Quantico, Virginia. But by 1975, he was starting to be in poor health, as he had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and over the next 4 years, White Feather, the U.S. Marine sniper who shot through an enemy's own rifle scope. In military shooting circles, American Carlos Norman Hathcock II is a true legend. For he was a U.S. Marine sniper who's credited with killing at least 93 enemy soldiers in the Vietnam War from incredible distances with pinpoint accuracy. Though ruthless and calculating when hunting down his prey, behind his professional persona was a caring family man who saw killing as an end to a means, as he felt that for every one of the enemy that he killed, he would be potentially saving the life of some young American soldier. Carlos came from humble beginnings, being born in 1942 at Little Rock in Arkansas, and was raised by his grandparents after his parents separated when he was very young. From an early age, he would go hunting in the woods with his dog, using an old one-shot .22 caliber rifle to help put food on the family table. Throughout his childhood, he dreamed of becoming a U.S. Marine, so as soon as he reached 17 years of age, he enlisted in the Corps. His basic training was carried out at Camp Perry on the shore of Lake Erie in Ohio. This turned out to be the perfect place for Carlos to further improve and develop his natural talent for shooting, as the camp had the second largest outdoor rifle range in the world. He soon showed himself to be a crack shot, who was also naturally meticulous and precise when it came to the battlecraft of marksmanship. His talent soon quickly won him many championship shooting matches, including the prestigious Wimbledon Cup for long-range shooting in 1965. The competition required the contestants to hit targets with pinpoint accuracy from 1,000 yards away. Then Carlos was deployed to Vietnam as a military policeman, but this wouldn't last for long, as the U.S. Marine Corps was starting to wake up to the fact that the Vietnam War was a very different kind of war. Soon there was the realization that there was a desperate need for fresh and innovative tactics if the war was to ever be won. So one of the new ideas put forward was to dramatically increase the number of snipers they were using, and Carlos was an obvious candidate. After completing a sniper training course in South Vietnam, his deadly skills were soon put to use. For most of his sniping career, Carlos was happy to use the standard U.S. Marine sniper rifle, the bolt-action Winchester Model 70, which was in the powerful .30-06 caliber. This rifle had a 5-shot magazine and came with a telescopic sight that magnified the target by up to 8 times. But on occasion, he used a Browning .50 caliber heavy machine gun that he had personally modified and added a telescopic sight to. This was an extremely heavy and clumsy weapon, being over 5 feet long, and when tripod mounted, weighed in at just under 130 pounds. Nevertheless, in the right circumstances, this weapon with its powerful round could not be matched in terms of both range and lethal effect. Carlos proved this in 1967. When he used it to set a new world record for the longest range sniper kill, hitting an enemy Viet Cong guerrilla squarely in the chest who was transporting rifles while on a push bike at a range of 2,500 yards, which is nearly 1.5 miles. It took the .50 caliber bullet over 2.5 seconds to travel that distance to the target. To give you some context, it would take you 20 minutes at a brisk walk to cover the same distance. This record was not beaten until 35 years later in 2002 by a Canadian sniper in Afghanistan. Carlos had built up a formidable reputation during his time in Vietnam. In fact, he proved so effective as a sniper that he gained the nickname of White Feather, after the white feather he always wore on the band of his bush hat. Carlos was able to get in the bubble, a zen-like mode where he was in a state of utter, complete, absolute concentration, where every breeze and leaf meant something. He would even be able to go without proper sleep for days as he tracked his target. One time, he killed the sadistic female Viet Cong platoon leader called the Apache Woman. She was a Vietnamese platoon leader, interrogator, and sniper with a high number of kills, but what she was known most for was her torture methods. Apache would take great pleasure in torturing captive U.S. Marines, including flaying them alive. She would do this within earshot of the U.S. base so they could hear her victims' screams. Carlos, hearing this, had had enough, so he took up the task to eliminate her, even if it was an obvious counter-sniper trap. He noticed her going to the toilet and called an artillery strike on the position, killing 3 of the Viet Cong snipers. As she got up and fled, Carlos landed a shot and she fell. He then made a follow-up shot just in case. As White Feather's tally started to mount, the enemy began to fear him so much that they put a $30,000 bounty on his head, which is over $250,000 in today's value for anyone that killed him. This was by far the highest bounty put on a U.S. sniper during the entire conflict. So many enemy snipers tried to claim this bounty, but all failed miserably, most dying in the process as he ruthlessly picked them off one by one. On one occasion, he was in a sniper duel with an elite enemy sniper, codenamed the Cobra. While tracking the Cobra, Carlos noticed the sniper's glint from his scope. Steadying the crosshairs from the Winchester Model 70 onto it, he squeezed the trigger. The bullet had traveled at a long range through the sniper's own telescopic sight, straight into his eye socket, killing him instantly. Carlos realized that to make such an incredible shot, that the Cobra must have spotted him at the same time. He understood that he was just slightly quicker that time, and had a great respect for his foe's abilities. He took the rifle as a souvenir and tagged it, although he would never see it again. At times, Carlos had to make difficult decisions. One of his shots, 1,500.
My daddy's got a BMW. Well, my daddy drives a Mercedes.
My father drives an Aston Martin. My papa drives a Rolls Royce. My dad drives a Ram 1500.
So the last time I was here, Tommy made me get out a 40-foot hose, 40-foot 3-inch. I got a 10-foot and a 20-foot. It's perfect. What the fuck am I hauling that much hose around for 40 feet? Why work harder?
Now, I've heard of a pussy with a loud mouth, but I ain't ever heard of a talking coochie.
His first time trying with the clutch. He'd just have been floating.
You went too far forward. That's why I tell you use your thumb. Give it just a little bit. I can't. Get that fish out of there.
That's good. That's funny. That was. What if you saw another one?
Use your paddle. Use your paddle.
It's probably dead by now. Kobe. It's probably dead now, buddy.
Use your paddle. It's jumping towards you now. Use your paddle.
Should have thrown him that.
You got him!
Oh, that's a tiny baby one. That's pretty.
Well, son of a bitch. I was sitting in the living room. I thought I smelled burning rubber. I'm like, oh shit, the ex is back in town. I called her PO. They were able to track the ankle monitor. Said she's not even in the same state, which is good because I got a fucking restraining order against that crazy bitch. Nope, tire plant's on fire. Fun time.
Oh yeah, watch this shit. Bluetooth speaker. It's going up here. If I'm not mistaken, you just line up the holes and you start drilling. There's hole number 1. Now for hole number 2. Yes, sir. This is gonna be trying to fit a limp dick in a dry pussy. Oh god. That ain't gonna work. You need to waller this bitch out. That should work. Now, look there. We have clearance, my boys and girls. Oh, that's a little tight. Oh no, we ain't got clearance. Fuck. Now this bitch right here goes right there. Cause I ain't got a speaker. That's my only speaker. Oh yeah, fucking man. That bitch ain't going nowhere. Held one. Just held it. Fuck it. Both on there now. I just got cut that bitch off. Cut that bitch off and perfect.
Power on.
Yes, bitch. Power on.
Bluetooth.
People ask me what it's like to live on the farm. I just tell them it's utter chaos. Something always needs to get fixed. Calves get out and they just hang out by the house. The only ones that ever take breaks seem to be the animals.
First day for Bush Apple delivery. This account can only get 5 cases due to limit. He watched me outside to load in the apple. I was in the middle of checking in. There goes all 5 cases before I finish this stop.
Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the brown. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done.
Hey, you ever stolen an excavator? Now, obviously, there's a story behind that, because I was down in San Antonio for a little while, trucking for this old boy that was like 94 years old. I mean, this guy was so old, he thought $20 per diem was damn good per diem. I was like, bro, inflation. Either way, he tells me, run out to this intersection, there's going to be an excavator sitting there, pick it up, haul it off to a new address. Yeah, that's all the information they gave me. So I get out to the job site, find the open area, find an excavator sitting there, break the trailer apart, track it over, load it up, put the trailer back together, chain it down, throw my flags, I'm about ready to leave. Now you also got to remember that this is August in Texas at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I am tired, sweaty, hot, and just exhausted. Alright, about ready to pull off the job site when this old boy comes running up in his pickup truck like, wow, what are you doing with my hoe? Well, long and short of it was that wasn't the excavator that needed to be moved. The one I needed was down the street, around the corner, be actually working on the street. So, no harm, no foul, but...
Don't know why I waited so damn long. I cut her loose and tied one on. Yeah, I was drinking like George Jones, dancing like Elvis. Told my friends what happened and they all said, hell yeah, a lot of high fives.
What it's like driving a 15-year-old Ford Ranger.
Steering's a little loose. Alignment's off too.
We're out here at the ranch on a rescue mission because someone ran out of gas.
It could be these two.
Could be these two, huh? Did you run out of gas? No.
On today's episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up, that's fucked up, that's fucked up, and I'm fucked up.
So for those who don't know, this is Dorka, my retired bomb sniffing dog. We worked together in Afghanistan for 3 years before she retired, and now basically what I do is I hide some stuff in random places for her to find. It's one of the many things I do to make her happy and just give her the best retirement life she can have. She's a wonderful dog and I love telling her story, so follow for more.
Shout out to my homie for letting me use his dump trailer.
When the farmer says, don't worry about bringing a tractor and grain cart, because he has one.
Get out the way, pretty boy coming through.
What do you call it when one Chevy pulls out another Chevy? When you gotta make that call to Deere that you need a new axle.
Can you come fuck me right now?
Hell no. Come on, wait. To the no, no, no. Come on, come on.
You got a rabies shot?
Give me the kid. Okay. Give me the kid. Don't hurt it. Whatever it is, don't hurt it. Don't be scared. Just reach.
Did you see it?
No, what?
Something popped out.
No, it did not.
Don't you hear it?
No. Beckham, scoot back just in case.
Don't you hear it?
Okay, shh.
Fuck, it's right there.
What is it?
I don't know what it is. It just grabbed my
It's not
hand.
a snake, though, right?
It felt like... Well, this is not going well at all. So it's going about as well as I was expecting it to. So if your old lady tells you she wants something shiny and expensive, this is what she's talking about. She don't want a ring. She wants a new prop. I'm losing a lot of speed, so my solution is to try to go Ricky Bobby fast this year. So I'm gonna try this 4-blade 2022. Luckily I brought my adjustable hammer here. And my torch, because it can't be stuck if it's liquid, right? All right, so I'm here to change the prop on the boat, and first of all, these nuts are disconcertingly loose. And second of all, I thought that I had a 2022 3-blade, so I ordered a 2022 4-blade that was a 22-inch for the bigger blades. And upon further inspection, my prop is a 2220. So a little dyslexia. It's cost me like $2 grand. So the prop nuts were on there about hand tight, which is pretty industry standard, about how tight you want them. And also my prop is disconcertingly loose. So I might just be able to get it off with a hammer. I also may have just bought a $2,000 lawn ornament because I'm an idiot and I got my numbers confused. Again, holy crap, actually got it on there.
Well, the moral of this story is to always triple check your diameter and pitch before you have a prop shop go custom making you a propeller. This was a stupid mistake. It cost a lot of money. And it does work and it is faster, but it wasn't what it could have been.
Fire truck drifting.
So, I don't know if it was motivation by obligation or just coincidental, but as I was cleaning this park, a city official stopped by and asked what I was doing. I told him that I'm traveling the country in my van, cleaning up some of the nastiest parks in our country. Not 10 minutes later, 3 trucks show up. Now they're cleaning the park.
I was studying the 6.0, and I was wondering why the torque wrench wouldn't click on. Stud number 8. Then, help.
Remember when you were a kid, the little boy that you were playing with in the sandbox would break his toy and want to play with your toy, and you wouldn't let him play with it because you knew he'd break it, and then your mom and dad would tell you that they have to play with your toy, and you let them play with it, then they'd break it, and then your mom and dad would get mad at you because you're mad because he broke the toy.
What's the number, Ethan?
944. Black Bull. Dang it. 604. Dang it. 604.
Come on, Logan, take that thing.
Put your shoulders into it.
Squeeze! Squeeze!
Further in there. Oh, that's where the old one was, or what?
No, it was on the other side.
Oh, it's further in there. It'll be okay. Logan.
No, you're gonna kick that door.
Inside in different time I hear your voice, my water just gets cold. My stover will not stow, my water will not boil. Wish it was a freight train, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thought I might go on by when your memory came flooding in and you closed that door. Wish it was a freight train, baby. Wish it was a diesel locomotive.
Hold on.
In 1814, we took a little trip.
When you're by yourself and have to move the tractor a 1/2 mile but don't want to walk.
Just living the farm life. Yeah, we're living the farm life.
When they say you'll never fit, hold my beer. John Cops mode engaged.
Struggles of a working man. I work outside in the pouring rain when it's cold as ice, when I'm full of pain. It don't matter what I feel inside, long as the job that I'm working gets done on time.
Things you don't see after all the bullets fly. Jeez. Police calling brass.
People keep asking me, how am I going to pull 2 trailers with me? Well, for starters, that's the reason I bought a 5th wheel. Because if you buy a 5th wheel, with this little piece right here, you can pull another trailer behind this 5th wheel. But some states are party poopers, and they don't like that. Along with, that trailer has 2 axles underneath it, which gives it a GVW of 10,000 pounds. Now, in order to pull a second trailer, called a tag trailer, it's got to be less than 3,000 pounds, legally, at least in the state of Minnesota. And in the state of Minnesota, you got to start with a kingpin connection for your first trailer. Your second connection can be a ball connection. Some states allow for a ball connection. Some states don't allow it at all. So here's my plan. My plan is to take this trailer and park it where I'm going to park it for the next little bit here while I finish working. And I'm going to take that trailer and park it in a storage spot with all of my goodies in it, household stuff, and leave it there while I tow that trailer, which is a toy hauler, by the way, and it's 40 feet long, across the country until I find a spot that I want to stay. And once I find that spot, I'm going to go ahead and build me a house. And then I'll come and pick up this trailer from its storage spot, and I'll build my house. Once I got my house built, then I'm going to go ahead and have all kinds of fun, like I used to have, at this place, building stuff. Check out my YouTube channel. It's in the links or whatever. You'll find a cool thing, all the cool things that I used to build and do at this property, which once I get to my new place, I will continue to do. In the meantime, I'm still going to do longer, lengthy videos on my other channel, just to take you guys along with the journey. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do that. Otherwise, follow me here. I will do little update videos here and there. See what happens. Nothing holding me back, so why not? The view is beautiful tonight. Enjoying my last little bit of time I have in this place before she goes to the new owner. And picking up toys to take with me because it's a toy hauler. I got space. Feel free to follow along. Any more questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer them.
Hi, I don't think I'm your unhinged Hollywood trail guide today. I'm just some crazy bitch trying to cross the street on my horse. So I just dyed parts of my saddle black, and instead of carrying it across the street, I'm just gonna, oh hello, I'm just gonna go get my horse and put it on him. Hello? Where is your owner? Let's go, bud. Now I gotta get my checkbook out of my truck. They're doing some construction at those apartments. Let's ride in the bike lane. There's gonna be people on here that are like, oh God, the horror of riding in the street. But people do it in London all the time. But as soon as a cowgirl does it, it's like, whoo, whoo. The Equestrian Center will rent out its facilities to film crews. And there's been one here for like a week. And I want to know what the hell they are filming. You can't go up the stairs. You can't go in the office. I pay the bills here. So now we've dropped off our check at the Equestrian Center. It's for the important part. It's going to Starbucks for some grass and coffee. I can't reach. I can't reach. Fuck. And most people will ask me, can you bring your horse to Starbucks? And the answer is probably not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You a good man? Wait for mom. Girl, I'm so sorry I forgot my mask. Just pulling my shirt over my face. Are you a good boy? How'd I get back on my horse while holding a drink? With difficulty. There's so many things to duck under. The other day someone called me a sheriff thinking I was mounted police. It's like, sir, we are equestrian anarchy. At this point, we could go back on the trail over there to go back to the stables, but why? It's more fun to go on the sidewalk, and it stimulates this tiny little horsey brain.
On my corner's real sweet. Tell me, can you hear me? Bell Road to 5th Street. Back home we had none. We'll see that hands on. The cornfields and the blue sun. The cornfields by the riverfront. Sweet corn and apple sauce.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. Oh, this sauce is so yummy. Oh, this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy.
When you're a logger and you need to put the fear of God in your daughter's boyfriend.
I was running through the 6 with
The 3 kinds of people that pull up behind you when you're moving a tractor down the road. Number 1, I'm in the hurry for no reason person. I think I can make it, I think I can make it, I think I can make it. Nope. God damn it! I gotta get my nails done! I'm 300 pounds and love to eat, but I fucking hate foreigners! Number 2, the I don't give a fuck, man, I'm just happy to be alive guy. Oh, hello. Yeah, man, that's a pretty heavy piece of machinery. I think you just take your time. I'm in no rush, man. And number 3, the farmer. Oh, damn, that's Cliff. He ain't got nobody escorting him. Oh, he looks like he needs a hand. Don't worry, old buddy. I got you. It looks like it's gonna rain anyway, so I ain't got nothing going on. We'll see you in the garden.
Go get the cows. Oh, 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 oh.
Mama always said I was born on the wild side. I guess my mama was right. 'Cause when the clock strikes midnight, gonna ride the lightning, feel the thunder, till the darkness pulls me under. Gonna fly on wings of fire, breathing good Lord lifts me higher.
Of course, I'm gonna drive reckless. I watched these three growing up.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw.
So we have a new guy, and this was one of the first things he ever got to work on. So I told him, look, that hideaway is not going to fit in the reverse light with the reverse light in there, so we need to get rid of the reverse light, put the hideaway in, and have it have a reverse override. We don't have any large diodes, so what you need to do is figure out a way to put a relay in and have it do the job of a diode in this case. And he said okay, so he goes away for about 30 minutes. Now when he comes back, he comes to me, he's like, look, I got it done. So when you put it in reverse, you know, it now does what it's supposed to, and you get your reverse override on both sides, and it's not actually flashing, that's just the camera. I told him, well, how'd you do it? And he said, well, I took 2 relays. I did 2 relays on each side so that I could get them to flash and then do a reverse. And I was like, okay, that's awesome. He said, well, I said, here's how you could have done it better. He said, well, did I do it wrong? I said, well, does it work? He said, yeah. I said, then no, you didn't do it wrong. And I'm not even going to change how it is right now because it works just fine. But in the future, here's a way you could do it more efficiently with only 1 relay. And I told him. And I just think that's the right way to handle things. I don't know what y'all think.
I got a strong back, steel toes. I rarely call in sick. A good truck, what I don't know, I catch on.
Stop scratching your ass on my buckets. You're breaking them. Get! This is why you can't have nice things. Yes, you. This is why you're in the timeout stall.
There it is. That's a fucking mistake. He don't know it yet.
All right,
But I'm gonna beat his fucking.
Just stay right there. No.
Nope.
There's a slug hole. That's buckshot, and slug.
Dad, why have you not started your car yet?
I'm not going to until you get in the back seat.
Well, I think I like it here in the front seat.
Passed some kids stuck on their four-wheeler and got their truck stuck trying to get it out.
Need to get out?
That's why you don't put street slicks on your truck. And fix your four-wheel drive when it breaks. Because they got stuck in grass. How embarrassing.
Hello, baby, welcome to the rodeo. I don't expect you to fall in love. I need a one-night stand, nothing permanent. Someone to hold my hand, I hope you understand. But when the
I will show you guys going to check on the pets, but first a quick glimpse of everything I had packed into my truck. This is the area the cats would be staying. They announced about every 6 hours that we could go down to the car deck and check on pets. Their speech included things like ensuring you cleaned up after your pet, since it was just a deck that you were able to take them on, along with cleaning supplies and where those were all located. These guys were pretty snuggled in. Sweet Pea was on top of the pile, Mountaineer in his bed. I gave them a can of food about once a day and their normal food and water. They also had their litter box and bed and scratch pad. Yes, that's a cat on top of that truck. And saying goodbye.
You guys know this, but this man also taught me that if you get stuck, when you catch a catfish, if you get stuck by one of their splines, rub their slime on it and it'll make the pain go away. And it works. It works, folks. That's why it's so funny to me when I see all the comments like, man, you shouldn't pick on Earl. I'd be like, you know how bad this man picked on me? I'm picking on Earl. Funnest part about growing up with him, watching him fish with my uncle, man, just the mouthing back and forth that they would throw, guys. And that's where it comes from. This is my life. I can't give up on Earl, guys. I love Earl way too much. I love him. I miss him. He died in 99. It feels like it was yesterday. So I can't give up on Earl. I can't. He's helping me right now. He helped me reach you. And I love you guys. I love you guys, man. Every time I make one of you guys laugh or you tell me how much you appreciate me, it comes back tenfold on you because I love you that much more. And if I knew him, and I did, if he was here today, he would be on these videos making you guys laugh too. He would be playing the part of Earl. And now that I think about it, you know, he is. He is making you guys laugh through me. Because I'm a part of him, and I always will be. I love this man. This is going to be a different kind of video. I've had a lot of questions about Earl. I'm going to let y'all meet him. I'm going to tell you some stories about him. And we'll see if we can get through it without tearing up too bad. So that's Earl. His name's Billy Joe. Call him Grandpa. He taught me how to fish. He taught me how to fish. I was fishing with him when I was still in my mom's belly. And ever since then. I remember when he got in his later days, he really couldn't fish much, so he would drive me and my brother down to the dam to meet my dad. He'd still be happy to take us though. He'd drive us down there and me and my brother would give him hell. Stop, go in the store and get him a pack of cigarettes. I'd tell my brother, hey, turn the radio up all the way, turn the windshield wipers on. He'd come back in that car, started, blah, he'd freak out. He'd be like, damn you kids. Well, we'd get down the road a little ways and he'd forget. And he drove this old Ford. It had bench seats. So my brother's sitting in the middle. I'm by the door and he's driving. I'd look at my brother and I'd be like, hey, push on the gas real quick. He'd be like, okay. And then when he would like look around, he'd wait for a little bit and he'd look over and he'd just stomp on that gas. And my grandpa would be like, yeah, you little bastard. Listen, I'm never taking you boys again. You're going to call somebody else to take you down here to fish. So mad on the way, but as soon as we get to the dam and he sees my dad, he's like, howdy, Ruskell, how you doing? When I talk about these stories nowadays and I bring that up, my dad's like, you know, he was just sitting up there fuming like, take your fucking kids. You take these kids and you beat them and I don't ever want to see them again. The best memories I have of him were always fishing. Always fishing. We'd be down at the creek just throwing our blind in with our bobbers, be using our minnows. We'd be watching Grandpa. And he'd be over there, you know, just asleep, his hat falling off. He just dead asleep. So we look around and we're like, Grandpa, you're corked. And he would, you know, drop his pole, fall out of his chair and start cussing us. He was never the type of man like me to brag about what he caught. He would catch his fish, he would put him in the basket and that's it. But when we caught a fish, any fish, he was the most excited you would ever see a man excited. Lord have mercy, if you caught a big one, he's telling everybody. He's waiting till he gets home and he's dialing all his friends. You won't believe what my grandson caught. You won't believe what happened here. You know, man was stuck in his ways and that cane pole in a minnow wasn't a lie. I'm telling you, that happened. He told us, he's like, you know, back in my day, we just used a cane pole in a minnow. And we're like, watch us catch him on this rooster tail, Grandpa. Watch. And we did. And he was so salty, boy. Like, nah, we ain't keeping them. They ain't crappie. We ain't keeping them. We're not keeping them sand bass. We'd be like, that's food. But we'd throw them back and we would go crappie fishing just for Grandpa. I don't know. So my dad answers the door, and it's the neighbor from across the woods behind us. My dad's like, hey, yeah? The neighbor guy's like, yes, sir, I don't mean to bother you, but a bunch of my turkeys escaped my pen, and I was wondering, have you guys seen any turkeys around here? And my dad's like, turkeys, no, I really, boys, have you seen any turkeys around? And we're just sitting there like, and he's like, You fucking idiots. No, they haven't seen any turkeys either. If we see some turkeys, man, what's your number? We'll give you a call. He gets the guy's number down, the guy leaves, and then he turns to us and he's like, go clean up every feather you see. Every single feather you see, you pick up and you throw in the burn pile, and we start it tonight. And that's what we did. So my brother grabs the gun, takes off outside. The turkeys see him and they start running across the road. Not our property. My brother disappears into the woods and we just hear trampling, trampling, trampling. My dad's like, what the hell you think he's doing? All of a sudden we hear pop, 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 pop. There's like another 10 minutes and my dad's like, man, I don't want to have to go over there looking for him. He appears out of the woods with a turkey, a hen. And this fool has no idea. He's just holding it up like, look, I got one. My dad's like, put it down, shit. We get it home and my dad's paranoid. He's like, why did it take 6 shots to kill a turkey? We get the turkey gutted and cleaned and put it in the oven immediately. A few hours later, here comes a knock on the door. I'm running out of space. I'm gonna have to do a part 3. Sorry. Okay, story time. So as I said before, we live back in the woods in a trailer. Yes, I'm trailer trash. This is after my dad fell out of an airplane he was loading bags into onto his knees and had surgery and couldn't really do much. He was sitting out on the porch one day, I guess smoking a cigarette. I'm not real sure what he was doing. All of a sudden, he comes through that door. He's like, boys, get the 22, come outside. We're like, the hell, okay. I thought a possum was in the chicken pen. So we grabbed this little 22 revolver pistol and head outside. And he's on the porch point and he goes, look at all those turkey. Look at all those turkey. Go get a couple. It is noon. The sun is the highest in the sky. I was like, I'm not going. My brother's like, give me the gun. I got this. I am running out of space. Stay tuned for part 2.
I have a truck in yard A.
I guess I'm just too tough to cry.
Oh, but now I'm dodging bottles and my sunburned Silverado like a heartbroken.
I was today's year old when I found Ed Snuff cans came with a sticker.
We'll take a newborn baby calf and rain any day. But we'll take twins all the days. 1, 2, 3 coyotes. We had to get the twins off the ground. Mama here has been protecting them probably all night because these are not that fresh. Get him, fish. Oh my gosh, if I didn't have a calf in my saddle right now, you dumps. Get him, fish. Get him, fish. He looks sick or something. Follow me to the truck. Life is hard, but it's harder when you're stupid. On to the next one, old son. If you don't warm up your baby twins in the back seat, ain't no kibble. Told you I was trying to help you.
Better than a gate opener, she's top notch.
Hey babe, can you drop that pin in there?
I'm gonna drop this pin in your ass.
Hey, That's better than gate bitch right here. We're gonna call you the shaft holder. Lube null. Get that in there. We got shit to do. Hurry up, babe.
Or no, you think you're good enough where I don't have to tie it?
No, I'd tie it.
Well, at least something gets it rough.
Hey, you gonna bend over later?
Yeah.
What do you want? What happened to your hands? It's too hot for this shit. All right, by golly. See if this will do the trick. Fire this puppy up real quick. Here, can you turn me on high? Y'all, I gotta tell you, this is freaking awesome. I don't know why I didn't do this years ago. This feels amazing. Got this nice air blowing on you like so. Real nice. Really, really, really nice. This is awesome. Now, I'm gonna make me a sunshade and put on here, and I will be good to go. Or good to mow.
So I decided, I'm going to take it easy. I don't want to tear my driveway all to hell. And I got stuck in my own driveway. Look at that. There's no water puddles anywhere except for right back there. Watch out, dog. I'm going to throw mud on you. Oh, Jesus. Did y'all hear that? Oh, okay, good. We got some dry ground. Easy peasy. See how big my wrecks are back there? Jesus.
A lot of bills to pay. I'd give the shirt right off of my back if I had the guts to say, take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. My woman done left.
This is a nope rope.
When you're starting your own haying company this year and you get the wild hair up your butt to drive a tractor that only goes 14 mile an hour over an hour away from home, and you got a half an hour of daylight left, but pretty awesome looking sunset.
I just bumped my head. Is this as bad as I think it is? Oh my god. Split me fucking wide open. Holy Lord. And it's like 100 degrees or so where I'm at today. And because of these swamps, it's humid as fuck and there's mosquitoes, and it's a lot of fun, you know? Super great. Enjoying it out here so much. So fucking much. So what I've decided to do is drive about a mile, drop that thing off, walk back in that direction for about a mile, and then keep going back and forth. That way I only have to walk about a mile at a time. And then I get the rest in between. See? Fucking smart. This guy, so smart. In the meantime, you can see all the cool pond stuff. Like, it's really icky. And then this is the dike that I mowed, and then it goes down on that side. It goes down about 10 feet down. I know the grass is kind of tall. It doesn't really look like it. It looks like you can just step off into there. By what I did to that side by, you can see that there is no fucking stepping off into it anywhere. You're swimming. So I'm kind of in the water. It's a pond. It's deep as fuck and you just can't tell. And I mowed over here and just kind of, you know, I just wanted to take it for a swim. That's all. And it looks a lot worse than what the video shows, but I mowed to there and I turned around in that skidster perfectly fine, and I fucking missed it by 1 car width. So here we go. I'm gonna use that, pull it out. All right, well, I used the skidster and a chain in the back and I pulled it out of the swamp. So now I gotta drive the skidster back to the place, which is about 3 miles. And then I gotta walk back here to this thing so I can get it and take it back. So I'm standing on top of the skidster because this grass is so high, I can't see where I'm going. It's over my head and I've driven for a long ways, but I'm driving through all this marsh area because I have to fence through here, and you can see that it's kind of a path. So that's where the dike is that I'm on. And then it drops about 10 feet on both sides of me, and that's a pond. All of that's a pond. It's full of water and tules and everything. You could tell the difference. And this side's a pond, and it's full of tules and water and everything else. And I have to stay in between that, or, you know, I kind of go for a swim or tip the skidster upside down into the water. I don't know. Anyways, onward, blindly, kind of. So just to give you an idea from down here, you can see the weeds are just as tall as the damn skidster. And so, I mean, I don't know how I can, that's the best I can do. Anyway, so from my view, I see nothing. So that's my view, that's what I see. Which is just weeds. Weeds!
Well, one of our buddies had to turn himself in and came to work and asked one of us to drive him. Well, this is how we decide we're turning his ass in. We all came as moral support.
Do not get in trouble.
Gotta untie his hands.
Being a button pusher.
House, go be a button pusher.
Oh my God.
This is so awesome. Hey Lonnie, I love you, brother. I love you from the heart. Just because you let me do this. Hey, remember, you're setting a bad example though. Step off of the curb so they don't give you a ticket for littering. Oh, they do. Oh, they get mad? Oh, yeah. I'll scoop it off. Jesse stepped out on the street if I do that.
Well, I was trying for the sidewalk, but Jesse stepped on the ground.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Where'd you catch here, Dan?
So awesome. You too.
Why are you stealing my gas?
Hey, there's a shortage right now, and I ran out of beer.
That's not how this works.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call the damn cops.
I need beer. Here's no, you honey. Call the cops. I need beer.
One man's best friend, not a dog or a cat or a bird. Richie Gandy's pal is a raccoon. Meet Freddie, weighing in 42 pounds as a 6-year-old. Freddie has never known a life outside the Gandy home. Wilson says it's the quality time spent with a family that built the trust needed to own a pet raccoon and what makes Freddie so special.
His temperament, personality, he's, sitting like this right here, for a wild animal to be this calm, he's a perfect personality.
Look, he even goes fishing.
Snatch that fish. Wait a second. Yeah.
We'll take you on some of Freddie's favorite adventures tonight on K10 News at 6. He's just chill.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads and the father figures out there. Our friend Freddie up in Glisten had on his cute t-shirt for Father's Day. If you don't remember, a few months back we introduced you to Freddie, the pet raccoon in Wilson, Oklahoma. Well, listen, I got to take a trip to meet Freddie and his dad Richie and Christy, Freddie's mom. Let me tell y'all, best day of my entire life. And so listen, I got to meet him and take a step in the day of the life of Freddie. Tonight on K10, I'm going to air that story. You'll get to take a look at the life of Freddie. You don't want to miss it. I mean, this is not a raccoon. This is a child. I am so excited to watch this. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen pictures of Bailey and Freddie, but I am ready to watch it all unfold. I'll be holding it back until tonight. But listen, Freddie will be in bed with mom and dad right now, and today he doesn't like those storms. No, and
we all love our dogs and cats and believe our own pets are unique. But Monday at 5 and 6 p.m., Bailey Vaughn brings you the story of Freddie. Adopted and bottle-fed when he was just a kid, Freddie's world is one you don't want to miss.
He's the most intelligent animal I've ever been around in my life, and it's not even close.
Gather the whole family and make plans to watch Freddie's World. Coming Monday at 5 and 6 p.m. only on K.
I'll drive a dirt road over paved, I'll slow it down, I like the pace. That simple life, just simply hard to beat. Yep, and I love them open acre fields of gold, that paradise that I call home. My party had no better place to be. That's right. I've been back and forth from here to Georgia, Carolina to California, across the hills of Middle Tennessee. I've been mountain high in Colorado, seen some things, but one thing I know, no one loves the country more than me.
But God, we were so alive. I was a kid on a carnival ride, holding my breath till the moment when you were gonna leave me too soon. But I'd do it all over, 'cause damn, it was good knowing you.
He said, I've been watching you, that ain't that cool. I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you and eat all my food and grow as tall as you are. We got cowboy boots and camo pants, yeah, we're just alike. Hey, ain't we, Dad? I wanna do everything you do, so I've been watching you. We got
some more of it. Mama and Daddy tried to teach me courtesy, but it never sinked in till that girl got a hold of me. Umbrella. We're all in the same boat, fishing in the same hole, wondering where the same time goes. And money too, trying to fix the same broke hearts, wishing on the same stars. We all hoping hope floats. We're all in the same boat. We all been kicked and knocked around. You ain't gonna keep a good man down. You can run like hell from your mistakes, but you can't hide from your truth. We're all in the same boat, fishing in the same hole, wondering where the same time goes. And money too, trying to fix the same broke hearts. We light it up with our hands up. This is how we roll, this is how we do. We burning down the night, shooting bullets at the moon. Baby, this is how we roll. Yeah, baby, this is how we roll. We rolling into town with nothing else to do. We take another lap around. Yeah, holla at your boy if you need a ride.
He's one of the good ones. Love me like he should, one like he wrote the book one. The kind you find when you don't even love one. Anybody can be good ones, but he's good all the time. He's one of the good ones, and he's on at me. You'd say he hung the moon, I'd say he hung the galaxy. Nobody does it better, all the way he pulls me in. I've known a couple bad ones, but they all let me to
Freddie, big baby.
come here, baby. Oh. There we go. He don't like the snow. We don't like the snow, do we? Ready, big baby.
Hunting, fishing, loving every day. That's the prayer that a country boy prays. Thank God he made me this way. Hunting and fishing, loving every day. Early in the morning, late in the evening, I'm getting red dirt rich and Flint River paid. Hunting, fishing, loving every day.
Just another manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. That's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. That's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Yeah, we picking on them guitars just right. Everybody singing Dixieland delight, like a bobber on a wet line. We just trying to catch a good time. Way down here we all got that southern drawl. We take our time when we talking, hey y'all. Yeah, it don't take much for us to have it all. That's right. Something about a night this clear makes your problems disappear. So we just gonna stay right here and let the world go by. We just trying to catch a good time. Even
the fish is happy as after the waves they roll. The fish on the land ain't happy. It's hot 'cause they in the bowl. But fish in the bowl is lucky. They in for a worse fate. One day when the boss get hungry, guess who gonna be on the plate? Oh, under the sea, under the sea. Nobody beat us, try us, and eat us in fricassee. We want to land.
Friends, I'm going with the people I love, and I hope that it never ends. Going on a road trip, going on a road trip, not a river float trip. We're going on a road trip, we're going on a road trip. Don't forget.
Run,
sugar plum, pumpy umby umpkin. You're my sweetie pie. You're my cupcake gumdrop, snickums, spickums. You're the apple of my eye. And I love you so, and I want you to know that I'll always be right here. And I love to sing 2 songs to you because you are so dear.
If all we get is just to be together, it makes me wanna live forever. You make me wanna live forever. You tell yourself that you'll never grow old till you find the hand you were meant to hold. Now I never wanna see you one last time. I never wanna know a kiss goodbye. If life's just waking up to another day of looking at you. If all we get is just to be together, it makes me wanna live forever. You make me wanna live forever. If you wanna ride in a real truck, baby, just hit me up.
On over to the middle, and maybe we can truck around for a little.
Yeah, if you wanna ride in a real truck, baby, just climb on up.
Feel good on the leather. We can take the back roads till whenever.
Yeah, if you wanna ride in a real truck, I'll show you how we